want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's McLaurin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quickly complete. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Fires to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Quick completion to the right. Turning it off! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Might be changing the route. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Gets the back moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Got it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And it's been a rough start for this defense. They've given up too many yards, a 3rd down right there, but a good chance to bow your neck now, to make a statement. 1st and goal, we got to be physical, got to stop the run game, get a chance to make a stop on this 1st possession and force a field goal.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Sharp. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Let's go. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Flushed out of the pocket. Working that left side now. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? On the option. Now the toss. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Got him downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield. It's McLaurin. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. They just keep firing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McLaurin. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And the Blue Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Give to the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Zings it complete to the right.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Wants to return it. He gets a block. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
So now it's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Sharp. Setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll run for it on third and short. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got a chance. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They're dealing with a second and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He's going for it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw again. It's complete to the left.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. The Blue Devils decide to punt it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Rides the back and leaps it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Back to pass, it's Sharp. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really desperately needing to put a score on the board. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A strike downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Blue Devils are in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Now on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. The inside handoff. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Back open in the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
On the edge of the red zone, they are nose to nose, 4th and inches from the 20. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll keep it on the sneak. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
He looks short of that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed.
There he goes. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Clemson jumps to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Scanning the field, it's Sharp. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Rolling right and going deep. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. From the gun, the ground game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They'll go to the air. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Blue Devils will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Let's see if they can keep that 1st half momentum rolling. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll keep it on the ground, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's sharp. Here comes the heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. Turning it on. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Those are the kind of mistakes that will absolutely kill you. Get an explosive play, and they back because of a penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the ground. He's got it again. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Got some room in it to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Nebraska is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Lincoln for some time. They're up by 24 over Purdue. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Wants to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. And he's brought down after a nice game. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And now on second down for this offense. Here we go, set. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Sharp. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got his man on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Throws to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Come on, Seth. The give on the inside. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here.
Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They'll send the back in motion. They're going to ride this running back. Past the first down marker and still running. There he goes. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them full control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Tiger. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing up and took it all the way to the house.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. Good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's McLaurin.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the heat gets home, and down goes the quarterback. There are penalty markers on the field, but I think it's against the offense. The give to the tailback. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Backing up and backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Looking to throw, it's Fitzpatrick. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop you. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Leaves it with the back. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as his defense forces a 4th down. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Fitzpatrick. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Leon. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Complete on 3rd down. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.